Sharks. Delandria has Celebrini. Macklin Celebrini, the spinorama, and the...
Getting a few more bodies to the net, moving the puck while spending time in the offensive zone. They have had 31 shots. You mentioned it, Bill, and I've felt San Jose has had a lot of good part of the play too.
Oh, fed to the front. Celebrini shot go.
Ruda. Sharks suddenly with a 3-on-2 the other way. Celebrini to Granlund. Brodin got back. Celebrini scores.
Henry Thrun jumps up, keeps it alive. Back to Barclay Goodrow. Celebrini shot saved by Nedeljkovic. Smith out of the corner. Back for Celebrini. In front for Goodrow, but it was deflected away by Drew O'Connor. Celebrini again working behind the Pittsburgh net. He'll backhand it to Thrun. Now Celebrini. Nice pass. Shot by Thrun and a glove save. Drops for Ceci. Back for Celebrini. Thrun waits. He'll curl back and give it to Macklin. Will Smith back across, and Nedeljkovic with the... Goes Sturm in the first, and Fabian Zetterlund in the second. Here's Celebrini, and he scores!
To fake goaltenders and defenders out. He's not even looking at the net until then. Till
alive, here's Macklin. Celebrini, scores!
Sharks off to the offensive zone.
Celebrini plays it in behind. Smith back to Celebrini, and he scores.
Busted the puck off. He's had open players and gotten it to him.
Here's Celebrini for the hat trick.
Celebrini, and he beats Wall.
Smith out to the line. Thompson a shot deflected, and Celebrini scores.
To Foley. Celebrini takes his pass. Sharp angle shot, he scores! Macklin Celebrini.
As he goes short side up over Tolopilo.
Would have been a breakaway.
Here we go. Now Celebrini!
But the key on that play was stepping up in the neutral zone, forcing Ovechkin to turn back, and Tyler
Bird gets a return. Shoots. Blocker save made by Blackwood. Macklin plays it all the way across. Celebrini scores! Roots it, top corner. Puck out of the near corner. Macklin to do a quick pass with a shot. Scores!
Celebrini.
Back by the net to Foley. In front, they score! Celebrini!
But Armia got a piece of that. Wallman keeps it alive. Eklund on the wing. Celebrini! Score!
takeaway by Toffoli, and they score at Celebrini.
Celebrini tried to get it to the middle, bouncing puck. Granlund ran open, shot, score. It's time.
Puck picked up by the Sharks. A good stretch pass. Here they come, and they score! The first shot of the game. Macklin Celebrini.
He anticipates possession, gets in behind the D, and look at that shot. Watch him pull it in there. He changes the angle, and that release, that is an incredible release. And he just slings it.
Daskarov might have got a piece of that. In transition, it's Smith. Celebrini! Score!
Chasing after it as Wenberg handles. Wenberg slips a check, swings it over, they score!
Point for Jake Wallman. Still on the power play. Celebrini!
Alex Wenberg in front does an outstanding job of screening Connor Hellebuck.
20 points in 26 games. Sharks try to center, they do, and a shot on goal. Binnington is down, and it's still loose, and now they score, and Toffoli. Kovalenko off the wall, and the Sharks to center ice. Celebrini right in, rebound, and he scores! And Celebrini has made it to save. In front again. Celebrini shoots, he scores! Man, does that kid have hands, and it's now 3-1.
Subtle little play, but look at right here. Waits, pulls it away, and then just creates that distance to snap that.
Here they come again. Zetterlund. Celebrini! Granlund to the line. The give for Celebrini. Macklin Celebrini in. He scores!
Dished it off to Werenski. Werenski chased by Celebrini. Werenski's pass that gets blocked, and that'll be scooped up by Celebrini. Now it's the Sharks' turn. We're in the opening minute of overtime. Macklin, Celebrini had to defend there for the first minute. A pass now for Ceci. He dangles in, turns it to the forehand. Ceci in front. Celebrini, here he is, denied by Merzlikins. I tell him.
That play started by the defensive play of Macklin Celebrini.
Celebrini again. Pivot, looks, shoots, and it's knocked down with his blocker by Talbot. Smith in the corner now with Costin out there. Celebrini, that's wide, but the Sharks still have it. Clean Costin, nice move. Costin leaves it for the kid. Celebrini cuts to the left, shoots. Talbot stops it. To the net, too high for Celebrini. And Shen there lost it. Sharks get it off the crossbar. Celebrini. Here's Wallman. Omar kicks it out. Rebound. They score! It's Celebrini. Reversing for Macklin. Back to Celebrini. Macklin dishing to Macklin again. For icing as Parayko has it again for St. Louis. As we come up on 3.5. Let's go in an entertain on it. Down to Wallman. Here's Skinner. Fights off Wallman. Trying to center it, but Celebrini there. Now Macklin, Celebrini to center ice. Sharks shorthanded. Celebrini buying time. Gets into Eklund out of the penalty box. Here's Eklund around the Oiler net. Eklund for Celebrini, and it's stopped by Pickard. Eklund trying to get it back with Zetterlund, who falls. Eklund, Celebrini, and Pickard with a block. And a good look here. The Sharks 2-on-1. Kovalenko, Celebrini, and...
Attempt that comes as both teams frantically changing. Celebrini with a high shot, and then ahead for Toffoli. Good little tip play there by Celebrini. Gets the return feed.
To get it up. Will Smith back for Macklin. Celebrini with Lawton draped on it. Plays it in front. Touched toward the net and denied there was Yanaruda by Kulisov. In front, Celebrini. Kulisov makes this as to whether or not he would play this game this afternoon. But he's out there for the Sharks, skating on the left wing. A chance here for the Flyers, and a shot saved by Georgiev from the wing by Joel Farabee.
Good recovery by Georgiev.
And back come the Sharks. Here's Celebrini over the blue line. Feed Smith back for Celebrini.
For Lozogrev. For William Eckler. The 7th overall pick in 21. A centering feed. Oh, and a good stop there. Celebrini on it again. Center.
Here's Celebrini. In now. He's got help on the wing. Gets it to Toffoli and then
backhands it right to the top of the circle for Wallman. Shot comes off the inboards, and San Jose will reset. Quick play to the far circle, one-timer, and that one fired off the post. Celebrini on that far side, finding another lane, and the shot stopped.
Even straight goal against the Sharks in the first meeting. 3-2 shootout loss, and both goals were scored on the power play. Celebrini through center, kicks it back onto his stick. He'll drop it off. Here's Eklund. Winding his way in. Celebrini right on.
Celebrini's got it for San Jose. Still 1:01 to go of 5-on-3 time. Celebrini with a shot off the iron. And a clear. Sends it ahead. Now he's got Kovalenko down the wing. Drop pass Celebrini. Wait, shoot, save. Rebound. Celebrini stopped by Wolf again.
Center zone. Montour pestered by Zetterlund. Celebrini off the goal post.
Has not found a way to win it all. The Wild have not won the Stanley Cup, of course. There's a shot by Celebrini, and
When he sees the ice, he takes it. He gets his head up in that little move, and he's always, that's a no-looker again. He wasn't even looking at the net on that one. But
before this campaign, now Celebrini for the Sharks. The lone man up ice as the Sharks are on a change. He'll get it away to Cunnin. Luke Cunnin. Liljegren, here's Celebrini. Avoids one man at center. Now another into the zone. The no-look pass. Celebrini. Shimmy shakes in. Celebrini shot and a glancer off the pipe.
Toffoli comes back for it. Looks ahead for Celebrini. Trying to get around Sanderson. Celebrini.
Buffalo stepping up to center a little bit here. Look out, here he comes. Celebrini dancing and firing a Celebrini to center. Across the Buffalo line. He'll continue to the net. Oh, and he missed the bar.
Forces the turnover. Here comes Smith to Celebrini. Gets around Joshua. Shoots. Glove save by Tolop.
Period. Canes lead the Sharks by a goal. 1-0. Now Celebrini heads up. He'll get it to Cunnin. That shot. Second opportunity gets through.
Better when he's around them both on and off the ice. Here's Will Smith back in for the Sharks. Gets it to Macklin. Celebrini and Reimer.
Net, right? Away from the puck, go to the net. Will Smith picks it up. You hear Macklin yell for it right away.
In tie with a .45 coming up to go. Celebrini, nice move against Robertson. Slides it across. In front, a chance. And Wenberg couldn't.
Larson, Jan Ruda turned out with a purpose by Decord. In play, though, Celebrini. Nice move. A shot for the short side stop.
That can blind QB wrong. See Kovalenko with the Avalanche number 51 with the Sharks. Or in the 1-5 the opposite way.
Maybe a second. But now Cairo threads the needle to Buchnevich. He'll get it back for Jordan Cairo. 2-on-1 with Suter. They swept away.
What a play by Celebrini. The key on this is that play right there. Macklin Celebrini.
Casper, he's got it. Casper pulls it back. And a good play defensively by Celebrini. Here's Will Smith the other way. He's got numbers. Back to Celebrini. Save made by...
Back goes Bobrovsky to handle it behind his cage. Ekblad getting worked by Celebrini. In comes Costin after the puck. A chance in front. Ethan Cardwell. And it's Sebastian Aho. Here's Aho over the line. Trying to center. He had Jacob Slave or make it Seth Jarvis right there. Match history for sure. Kovalenko, the father Andre, was also traded after that from Montreal to Edmonton for Scott Thornton. So there's a Thornton connection. As Kochetkov he'll drive it off the boards. Will Smith gloves it down and gives it to Celebrini. Macklin Celebrini throws on the brakes. The inside pass for Smith. I'm not sure if he meant to drop it or he just went there as he was middle.
And now Cairo pulling up, shooting one. Partially tipped. And then Thomas goes down well behind the play. Celebrini comes in for San Jose. For Toffoli. Pass across. They bang away a shot. Saved by Binnington. On that shot by Thompson. Kept in. Wallman shoots it. And that goes high. To center. Empty net for Buchnevich. And Thomas gets it. And a diving play by Celebrini to save a goal.
The way out. Now the Sabres turn it over on the clearing attempt. The drop pass back in front for Celebrini, and that
skates free and has time to make the play. Dorofea. And he'll give it away to Celebrini.
Again, another takeaway by Celebrini. Look at the effort.
Here's Celebrini. Saved by Hill at the side. They score!
Tonight's the night. Terrific work by Macklin Celebrini and the back pressure by Fabian Zetterlund. And the extra effort right there. And then Will Smith, how does he find Celebrini? I have no idea. And then Celebrini gets it to the net as does Zetterlund.
Against San Jose in game number 9, he's popped a pair in the opening period. Look out, turnover. Celebrini stole it, waiting, and the setup for
Zetterlund. Macklin. Now Celebrini. Macklin Celebrini. Macklin just.
I thought.
Toffoli in front. It's Celebrini. Back for Toffoli. Getting to
In the second period, he mentioned about the need for the Sharks to have patience and poise when they're pinned in their own zone for a while, because that team does it a lot. They have Seattle Kraken.
Here's Celebrini. Macklin.
That was Brian Wiseman trying to.
Here's Wenberg, and he wired one. Now Wallman, power play goes towards Celebrini. Takes it, gets it deep, and Toffoli denied.
Will Smith out there with Macklin Celebrini. Comes back to Celebrini. Celebrini walking in, fake the shot, finds Smith the shot, and that went high.
Get there.
Back to the front of the net. Celebrini with Granlund. Granlund shoots, and it's a pass to the middle. And Celebrini now in front. Goodrow save.
It's a game going to get a change because you're too tired.
Celebrini in, and the Sharks pull Blackwood now with
2:48 to go. Chance in front. Smith shot it. Gives for Celebrini. He'll curl back. 14 to go on the power play. Celebrini, nice pass. Shot saved by Bobrovsky. See. Lots of open ice for Cody. Down to Celebrini, who slipped a hit. Toffoli off the goal.
And undrafted. Craig Berube. You're right. But, I mean, I hate that question. Good answer, though. Backhand chance here. Front door save.
That's Toffoli now with Kostin and Celebrini on this line. Clean Kostin. Save.
To Declan Chisholm. Relays it around to the corner.
Toffoli left the first. Celebrini reaches back. Gets it across. And the one-timer by Eklund.
Goes wide on Parayko. Celebrini. What a move off the wall. Great pass to Wallman. Shoots it up high.
Now Toffoli. Here's Celebrini again. Back for Toffoli. Saved. Rebound. The putback. Stopped by Ottinger. Nice chance there for the Sharks.
That's one of his period.
Smith. CC. Off the goal post.
You get it back to Kaprizov, but it hit a skate, and Celebrini has it at center ice. Celebrini centers. Kovalenko scores. And it's 7-5
to tie. They're on the power play, and there's good Wi-Fi in the penalty box. Here's Toffoli. He's gone!
My goodness me. Beautiful touch. Perfect lead. And Tyler Toffoli, he's been getting chances. He makes a big play here, holds on.
From behind the San Jose net, here's Kovalenko. Beautiful pass to Macklin Celebrini. Into the Winnipeg zone to Liljegren. Saved by Hellebuck. Good chance there for Liljegren on the setup from Celebrini. And they score.
No woman to center ice for Granlund. Looking for Celebrini, who has a goal and 1 assist tonight. Pass into Granlund, and a right arm save by Binnington.
Celebrini, top of the circle. Macklin, Celebrini, pivots around, finds Granlund. Seam pass, Celebrini threw it off the pad.
And Toffoli's there. Sharks with just 19 shots in that game. They had only 21 the game before that. Those are two lowest singles.
Slams on the brakes. Here is Macklin Celebrini. And his pass is deflected. Celebrini got it back. Trying to jam it in front to Foley. And a shot that was blocked in front by a lunging Alexiak. Run. One-timer Eklund off a shin pad of Munn.
71 open. Here's Celebrini. Macklin slows up. Puts it on the wing to Toffoli. Now Ferraro. And across for Jack Thompson. Celebrini. Inside. Toffoli shot save. They score. Will Smith.
Skating at home. Potentially be ready when the Oilers return to Edmonton to take on St. Louis. Here's Ferraro. Backdoor, and the game is tied.
Boy in motion. He gets into the zone, spins, turns, finds Ferraro up on the play, and he makes a beautiful backhand pass over to Toffoli. Second assist for Ferraro, and Toffoli isn't going to miss from there. Right-handed shot. He's ready for this one.
2 picks later.
Don't know.
Wyatt Johnston, the Dallas Stars. Here's Eklund.
Spinning around the zone. Norris is trying to pin it. It comes free. Walking out Celebrini. Down low. They score.
Macklin. Celebrini straight away. Smith, Celebrini. Now Eklund with a shot. He scores. A bullet. High cheddar.
On the boards, Toffoli throws it right back in. Here's Celebrini after it. He'll take a look as he gets to the corner. They score!
Tyler Toffoli throws it in. Macklin Celebrini gets there. Knows exactly where he wants to go with it. Gets it to Eklund.
And a save by DeCord. Henry Thrun leaves it for Celebrini. Cross ice, Toffoli, down low, score! San Jose on the board.
He made some good saves there.
But now back to the penalty. Celebrini cuts that one off, drives right to the net. Backdoor feed, score. The Sharks make quick.
All reports are he coaches.
Look out, loose puck in front, Eklund.
That was a quick change. Toffoli gets checked at the line by Edmondson, but wide open to the goal. What a play. Tributed, thank you.
The third period is underway. Mickey Redmond has left the gondola to go down between the benches. Celebrini took a shot that deflected wide. Puck in behind the net it goes. Turning with it was Macklin. In behind for Celebrini. Centering when they score. That quickly, what a play by Mack.
Coming from the goal line across the front. And again, this is the second. I say the second.
Now Wallman. Celebrini. They'll catch the pass, get it to the goal line. Kovalenko, they score! Celebrini picks it up off the board. Centers in from Toffoli, finds it.
On the Celebrini line. Banked back to the point for Ruda with the drive with Toffoli parked in front. Toffoli scores! In the low slot, shoveled along for William Macklin. Here is Celebrini pulling up, spinning, shoveling across. They score!
Tipped wide by Zetterlund. Celebrini has it through the blue and out. Marner in a battle. Can't get it out. Here's Smith. Shielded by Sid. Broken up. Celebrini is all over Domi. Smith shut down by Stone. Celebrini goes deep in the zone. Smith's alone.